your girl, Miss J Pretty, and I'm here with
your boy Pancho V312.
And thank you so much for tuning in to the Fuck With Us family. Today is going to be Motivational Monday. And if you caught the previous episode from Friday's Instagram live party, which will be going up in a few hours, and as you can see the shirts, put your middle finger up. We started a good conversation on Friday, and it's going to end up turning into a two-part segment. The first segment is going to be us talking about our own opinions. The second, we will have a nice panel of men and women coming out to voice their opinions on how men and women are different from each other and what we expect from one another. Now, you have some key points and some bulletins that
I did. I mean, I pulled some things up that they say, 5 ways that men and women talk differently. Like, for instance, one of them is, rather than giving orders, women are more likely to make suggestions or proposals.
Yep.
That's one thing we can come to agreement with here. I mean, between us is yes.
Yes, that's definitely.
That is very true. I mean, but I'm speaking from my own experience of working with her. So, for me, that works. But in a relationship, yes, I've seen it too.
And
I've seen it too.
It works. A lot of men don't even realize that it's women actually controlling the narrative. A lot of men don't. They feel as though with their pride, their ego, their status, their job, their money, they're controlling the situation. But truth of the matter is, without a strong woman standing behind them. And we're not going to say, oh, you need to do this. It's going to be like, hey, honey, can you do this for me today? Or can you help me with that? We're going to suggest that you do it. And 9 times out of 10, you will do it. And little do you know, when she's happy, kids happy, you're happy. Because then you don't have to hear us nagging.
Happy wife, happy life. Seems to come back to that one.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? And I know off my own personal experience, I will never ever push a guy like, you need to do this. No, that's not
unless they don't have a car or they ain't working. Then you need to get to work. If you're taking your kids, you need to do it. Exactly. You don't need a cookie for it. It's a responsibility.
Exactly. If you can't take care of your kids and you can't take care of yourself, you do not need
to me, it's called responsibility. You don't need to be congratulated for it. It's what you're supposed to do.
Tell them again. I like that.
That it's a responsibility. It's not an achievement. It's what you're supposed to do. Like some men like to go, oh, well, at least I take care of my kids. At least I work. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're supposed to take care of your kids. You feel me? Like, yes, I've had people tell me, yes, I'm a great dad. I do want to, yeah, thank you, cool, but I'm supposed to do it. They're mine. They're my responsibility.
Tell them again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, that's another thing. And that helps with the communication, because if you don't have a good woman supporting you, then sometimes you end up raising these kids in a broken home. And they're messed up, or maybe they're going between different homes. But if you two can work it out or become a team,
even if you have to co-parent. If you're not together, but you can co-parent. So basically what that means is you can have a life. Your spouse, child's father. A lot of people
live like that too.
Can have a life.
Yeah.
But at the end all be all, when it comes down to the children, you both have a united front.
Yep. That's how my one friend's family was. Like, no one knew that his parents were divorced, but when it came down to like the friends and the kids, nothing else mattered. Just them. Mm-hmm. And both of them made it. I mean, their kids made it. They did great things with their life. They're still doing great things. Big hats off to them. But still, they put their differences aside to, make sure the kids know they got a divorce and everything. Didn't tell the kids. Lived in the same house until the kids grew up and moved out. And then that's when they sold the house and left. They're like, okay, you're on your own now. We can live our lives, but hope you take yours.
Right. Call me. Call me when you need me.
And that's a big respect to them, because they put everything else aside to make sure, even if they didn't like each other. I remember my homie say, he was like, we thought they slept in the same bed, but there's a master bedroom and another master bedroom on the side. So one would be on the other side.
That's
the other,
lit.
You know what I mean? But the kids never knew.
That's lit.
So it was.
But that's also too is stay in the child's place.
It is. It's
Don't
definitely
bring children into adult problems.
Exactly. It's nothing for you to worry about. You worry about making your life. That's what it was.
You worry about going to school while I worry about whooping his ass over
Right,
here.
exactly. And the parents, I mean, they might got in arguments, things, but they put that stuff aside to make sure that their kids have a successful life.
Right.
And I applaud them for that, you know.
Right.
And I think that's a big communication problem. And that's where we come to this question: how can we make it better?
Right.
You know.
And we also did when men are hurt, how do they handle it? Friday's episode, I'm not gonna give y'all too much because we still want y'all to go ahead and look at it. We had someone say when he was hurt, he decided to have more sex.
Yeah.
And the women in the room went crazy. No, that is bullshit. So
yeah.
definitely, y'all definitely want to go ahead and watch Friday. But this is why we're having this conversation now.
Yep.
Just he and I right now, male to female, female to male. You know, we're going to have a grown conversation, but we also want to do the panel as well.
Do you think women do that as well? Have more sex after a relationship?
Oh, yeah. I will tell you, from my personal experience, my first love, loved him, everything. And then once we broke up and my heart was broken, it was just like, I'm going to try to date. It took a little while. It took like a couple months before I really started like dating.
Dating, yeah.
But dating meant, I call you, I text you. Maybe we might go out for drinks. I don't like you like that to have sex with you. But if I liked you enough, I might have had sex with you. It all depends on how I felt. But I would say
emotions were in line with the moon that day. You got lucky.
So I will say definitely for me, after my first relationship, I think I dated, I would say give or take about a good year. A good year before I got into my next relationship.
Good 365 days.
Yeah, but I mean, I had fun. And I always say, whatever I learned in that 1 year, I don't think I want to go through that again. Because it's just like, you get the uglies, you get the baldies, you get the brokies, you get the ones that's not about shit. Then you got the ones that talk a good game and they can't uphold shit because they can't take care of their responsibilities. So it's just like, if I'm going to put all this time into people that are not ready for me, let me keep going ahead and focus on myself. Let me pull back.
Right.
Let me just pull back. But yeah, I think for some females, they do have it where they can't explain how bad they've been hurt. So it's like, fuck it, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to hurt you.
I can see that. But then I believe we do that too. That's why I believe that, when he broke up with somebody, he had more sex. Probably because he was hurt.
He was like, that's why a lot of men cheat. Like, he was like, even outside of just being hurt, if he wants sex, he was going to get it.
As confidence or as a dog and heat?
Dog and heat. I'm going to leave that to dog and heat mode.
I mean, y'all decide. Y'all tell us what you think it is. Right.
Watch the video and leave a comment because that conversation Friday was...
That was a wild one.
It made us think. That's why we're here.
Are men and women that far apart after all these years? I think it's because y'all get more power now.
But that's just it. We don't abuse our power. And I think, some do. But I'm going to say about 80% of us won't. 80% of women will not abuse their power. 20% will. And those are the ones that men like to call bitches.
Now, would you say it's the ones who are working on their career, trying to make it better, or are you saying like in a relationship wise? Like when they're with, I can see
relationship wise, 80% of women will not, they won't step out, they won't act up, they won't do anything to cause ruckus, because that's women. We want to be nurturers, we want to be protectors, we want to be comforters, we want to be shielders, we want to be pushers, we want to be lovers, we want to be friends.
Mother,
no. And that is a very big misconception.
That's what I was going to say.
Men think that they can substitute their mamas with their girlfriends. And truth be told, a lot of women nowadays, they will tell you, I'm your girlfriend, I ain't your mama. I'm not going to sit here and let you treat me like shit just because you ain't have love as a kid. If it was like that, you should call your mama up and ask her for a hug now, because don't expect me to do it.
Or you can call mental health hotline.
That too. And deal with your emotions. Seriously. And it's so crazy, guys. Like what I was telling you, guys say they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't do these things. They need to have a woman pregnant in the kitchen. And women is like, basically what you want is a mama that you can fuck.
Personally, I think some dudes purposely get women pregnant so they think they can keep the woman.
I hate to say it, but women, some women will keep babies with trap men.
Yeah.
And it don't work like that.
It don't, and that's where it comes into, it's a responsibility or it's a
liability.
Right.
It's one or the other. Pick your poison.
Right. So wrap your tools, stay in school. Okay.
Well, like they had in the girls' bathroom in middle school. Safe sex sucks, so screw someone special.
Ooh, I mean, save it. Save it. The most valuable thing you have. Exactly. I remember my dad told me that. I was like, okay, I'll save it.
And I'm a year off from reclaiming my savings. I'm on the verge. I just ain't get the gin yet. Once I get the gin,
she gonna get like a Pokemon badge.
And no, you can't see my Pikachu. Or my Jigglypuff. Okay?
Yeah.
So, how else are they saying that women are different from men in this clip that you're reading from? And would you tell us where you're reading from, or would you like for us to leave the link below?
Oh, no, I was reading from psychologytoday.com. You know, just general information. You could do more research on your own. For me, this is where I started from. Further research, I've done more books, more articles. But I'm not a teacher, so you can do that. You do your own homework. But I still love you anyway.
Google and YouTube got all the free knowledge. It's free knowledge. How can you not?
Now, this is a great one. As they walk away from a conversation, you know, especially after a man meets a woman or after, you know, a date or something like that, men are inclined to wonder whether it puts them in a one-up position, whereas women will question the impact of the conversation on their sense of connection. So basically, when we talk to a girl, like, oh yeah, we got your number, blah, blah, blah. We walk in, we're like, yeah, we gonna holler, like, yeah, we did it. I got this beautiful girl's number. Now I get to take her out, we'll see how this goes. Or we go on a date, we have some regular conversation or whatever. And meanwhile, she's thinking to herself, oh, you're just a regular ass dude. Like, I just wasted my time going with you. Like, you might look cute, but you're a regular dude. There's nothing, like, there was no intelligent conversation. We didn't talk about work. We didn't talk about religion. We didn't talk about anything or current issues. There was no comparison, no connection. And then that man said, oh, well, I ain't get you think, right. It's the ego kicks in and you're like, oh, I ain't get no, is it about the pussy or is it about the person? And you're like, oh, yo, I ain't get no yams that night, or I ain't get the smash, whatever. This one girl, I dated this one girl for a whole year before we had sex, and I never rushed her once. Never rushed her once. She waited, and then one day she was like, I'd like to help you out. I was like, oh, cool. Waited a whole year for this.
But
Let me lay back.
Sometimes that's how that shit just be. Like,
it's a respect thing. If I can't have and I mean, personally, if I can't have a conversation with you and I feel like everything I say with you is the same thing over and over and over again, how am I growing? How am I learning? What am I learning about you? What am I connecting with you? And I believe a lot of us have dealt with that. And it's, on the men's side, it's like, okay.
On the women's side, me and my friends, we were having a conversation about this.
Oh, I got here.
And we straight was like, yo, I want to have a conversation with a man versus what you like, what you don't like. Can I take you out to eat?
Oh, your favorite color is blue, red, and green.
Can we have some
current issue topics, or
we have some conversation with some substance?
Yes. Can
you talk to us about your emotional capacity? Are you ready and willing to say, yes, I'm here to stay, or no, I'm just here to play? Are you going to man up and actually speak to women?
Honestly.
One of the things that really get a lot of women, from what I've heard, even me too, it's not, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, you look good as shit. You kiss your mama with that mouth?
A lot of them do.
Ew.
A lot of them do.
Like,
I'll give y'all a free pickup line. Ask her what her goals are. and actually accomplish in the past 5 years.
Or where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Right. Or do you like museums? Are you into culture? Are you into
art?
This?
What's one place around the world that you really want to go to?
Make like another thing is like a lot of people are like, oh, let's go on a date. We're gonna go to the bar and drink and maybe after hook up. Like, no. How about you be like, hey, look, there's an African American festival going on. I've never been. I want to go. Do you want to go with me? Hell, you never been to. We can experience it together.
Exactly.
That sparks a whole conversation of something that you've never learned.
Exactly.
And either you can appreciate it or hate it. Doesn't matter who you are.
Have you ever been to the opera?
Right. A ballet. You know, I've never been to a ballet. I want to go.
Have you ever been to the theater?
Exactly. Or a museum. Have you been to the first ever weed museum? Actually owned by a black man, but we have, and you will see that soon.
Mm-hmm.
First and owned, only in DC. We'll bring that to you soon. But has anyone brought our culture? Puerto Rican Day Parade, Indigenous Day Parade, but we
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, and it's not even a real holiday. We just celebrate it up here for no reason. But like, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. You know, you read a book together. Right. A lot of people don't do that. You know, you can ask, oh, have you read this book before? Have you done this? What's your interest in that? What sparks your conversation?
How we were talking even off camera and we were saying, Britain on benefits. A lot of people do not know what that is. And you're like, I watch that too. I'm like, yo, finally somebody that watch what I watch.
Yeah,
like,
it's amazing. It's
but
amazing.
You'd be surprised how many people can't have a conversation. And even, I know we joke, we laugh, we play a lot, and we say certain things. But can you give me a sentence with no cursing?
Or without saying, okay, like this. You know?
Can we, and I seen a meme today earlier, and it said, men nowadays want to be the girl in a relationship.
And wear the girl's pants. And then go out to pick up other girls in the girl's pants that they got from Forever 21. I'm not joking.
It's like, it's sickening.
That's really hilarious.
And it's crazy because it brings us to our next topic. What do you feel as though men want from a woman?
Well, depending on the type of guy or what he is about, 9 times out of 10, sex. 1 out of 10 might be that one dude in the bar who's looking for a relationship and can't get it, and then feels like every girl he goes for, he can't get, but then if he brings up sex, he gets it. You know what I'm saying? And then you're trying to build a relationship off sex. Which is it never works. Never works. You can't build anything off lust. There's no trust there. You lusting after somebody.
Lust.
Yeah, you're already poisoned by the alcohol, and then you lusting for him. So even though that poison be good though, at least it make me look good to other people. But still, that's how it is. It's just breaks down to that. If you can, a lot of people say, "Oh, I met my girl at church," and then they have a religious relationship, you know, and then their thing is built more on religion than it is on sex or on this and that. And then you have other people, like look at some of our friends that are dating. They go on like weekend trips.
Yeah.
Just to get away and learn something. Like, well, we went here just to see this, and that was cool, and it sparked us to do this, and it's motivation. And it's like, can you be with someone that's motivating you to be better and build yourself all around, or are you just trying to be the #1 porn star out there?
Right.
And that's what it is. I mean, but when we come back, we'll get into the talk about sex, but we're gonna leave that one more open for y'all. But if you have anything you want to say now, you just say it. Comment, put it down there. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I mean, I agree with myself. I agree with her.
I agree with you too.
Yeah, that's a first.
Pancho the head honcho.
Hey.
Get him.
We'll be right back. Yeah.
Hey y'all, we're back for the second part of our video. And this time we're going to be talking about the topic of sex.
SEX. Sex.
So, what was your question? Because you did have a good question.
I did have a good question. I was wondering, if you start a relationship off with sex, is that all it is about? Or do you think that's what it usually is when you first meet somebody, or that you have that interaction? Like, is that your first thought?
I've heard of relationships where they had sex on the first night and now they're married and they have a good relationship. Even John Legend and his wife Chrissy Teigen, or Teigen, however you want to say it.
She changed her last name, Legend. I would change my last name, Legend. Legend.
She and John, they put it out there that they had sex on the first night. Now she pregnant again with the third baby.
What about Steph and Aisha?
I don't think so. But if they did, hey,
I heard she was in the streets before Steph came along.
Well, more power to Steph. He knew he needed a real one in his life. That's why they got all them kids, knocking it out.
Hey, it's like that 3-point shot, baby.
So, how do you feel? I'm gonna give an opinion, but I wanna wait before I voice my opinion.
How do I feel? Mm-hmm. I mean, depending on the man and the type of man he is, which is what women, I believe, sometimes categorize all men in. So whatever man he falls into, you'll know if he wants sex or just nothing. Because we're bullshitters. We're pretty easy to spot. I'm going to stand up for us. I'm going to stand up for us. Because a lot of times, some of them guys you meet out and about ain't looking for sex. They're actually looking for someone. So there's nothing wrong with giving them a shot. But once again, you judge off the conversation, how it goes first time you meet, all that. So
I would say it's very rare to have a relationship built off sex. The sex can be good. That is something that a woman wants out of her relationship. She wants good sex.
Right.
She wants to be attracted to you on some type of level. And I mean, I don't think that you can have a firm foundation on sex. I just think it's a plus.
Do you think that if you wait to have sex with someone, then it's...
Now, here is the tricky part about waiting. If it's a two-edged sword. You can wait for a year. And what if you find out that you two don't mesh on a sexual capacity? I'm trying to find the most proper terms to say this without sounding
on an
cheap.
Intimate moment.
Yeah. But you already in court feelings. So then what happens next? Are you supposed to spend another year teaching this person how to please you? Or
just deal with it, or leave them, or cheat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I couldn't even get the words out, but you know what I was thinking.
But I believe that also depends on the woman, and the fact on if she does cheat, will it be like a Jada Pinkett thing where you're like, okay,
well, how would it be for a man? If a man, okay, you said you waited for a whole year. What if you would have waited for a whole year and it was terrible? Just terrible.
Maybe it was, and I was nice about it and stayed around. But then I already built that connection with her.
Right, that's what
before,
I'm saying. So like,
that's why I think it matters. Like we had, a good conversation, emotional, intellectual connection before there was a sexual connection. I mean, yes, there are moments where we would make out and be real intimate, whatever.
Without doing the physical act.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it was never like, okay, when you're ready, you're ready. That's how it was. But it was like, no, I'm not going to go out here and go chasing somebody else down and go get it. But, there's moments where there's a lot of times where we never spent time together on weekends or whatever. So it's all right, that's cool. Like, I didn't care. Like, take your time, do what you want. But I wasn't out there, throwing my shit everywhere and like
you wasn't slinging community.
No, I wasn't throwing my hot dog down the hallway at all. So that's the whole thing. But then that's where that trust issue comes in. Mm-hmm. It's like, is that connection and everything we have still good even when I don't see you during this time?
Right. And that's another thing. Time in between. I
was saying that's where we also get it confused as men, whether we're being led on, lied to, or you're really being true. Right. Like some guys are really, really, really possessive. Like, oh, you go to your friend's house, tell me when you get there. Call me while you're there. Text me all the time while you're there. And a lot of women are really, really...
Call me on the ride.
Talk to me. Not having to say anything. They could be playing that video game just to hear you breathe and listen to sounds in the background. Like, that's how crazy some men are. Like, it's ridiculous.
That's how crazy some females are.
I had one homeboy who would just sit there and call his girl all day long. What you doing? I'm like, bro, you just hung up from her. Like, what more do you have to talk about?
But
like,
also, see, people don't understand.
Whole conversation.
If you have conversations like that all day, all throughout the day,
what are you really having?
When you talk, when you go home, you have nothing to talk about. You know everything that went on in my day.
Yeah, but a lot of people build relationships off drugs and sex. A lot of people are under
sex,
drugs
and rock and roll.
Yeah, a lot of people are under the influence of drugs or alcohol and build a relationship on that one night.
And a lot of times, that shit don't last.
It never lasts.
It don't last.
Never
now,
lasts.
You might find some rare couples that might end up going to rehab together.
That's true.
You know, so it's very rare that you find a connection like that.
But usually, both of them are the reason they in rehab.
Right.
So maybe you should just cut that person off. Because it depends on the crowd you hang around. Because if you notice, a lot of guys who still hang around with the same high school crowd they grew up with ain't shit. But still the same high school dude they were. Just like women. Some women are still in the same high school shit that they were. And they're still the same person. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't no growth.
Right.
And most people know it. And they're like, oh, I could change you. I think that's where women have it different than men. Because men be like, I ain't changing you if you ain't got this, whatever. You know? Women be like, oh, I'll help you. I'll bring you up. Oh, you have a drug habit.
A lot of women
you
get
this
hurt.
And that. Yeah, like.
That's why a lot of women get hurt. They'll try to be right there to be the comforter, the nurturer, all the things. Like, I can change you. Like, he'll change for me.
Right.
And I tell people this all the time. He ain't going to change for nobody but himself.
Ain't no child. If you want to act like a child, be treated like a child. And those are the ones who get mad at you when you treat them like a child. Now, why you talking to me like that?
Right.
Well, because you're acting like a child.
Right. And a blogger named Funky Doneither, he actually made a video in which he stated, he was talking about Meg Thee Stallion and the Tory Lanez situation, and he was like, I know I'm going to catch a lot of backlash for this, but I'm ready. I have the mental capacity to say this. And he said, for black women in general, he said, maybe it's high time that you abandon the black man. Strictly because if you keep doing the same thing and you're not getting anything out of it, you're not getting anything out of it. You're putting 1,000 and this nigga won't even give you 10%.
Barely buy you a candy bar.
Right. So it might be time for you to change your thought process and who you want to build up. It may be time to abandon the black man. And
I think you should have said differently as in not the black man, but as an immature man. You know what I mean? Like, let's not say, because not all black men are the same.
Right.
Not all white men are the same.
Right.
It depends on where you're at in your life.
On his video, what he was specifically speaking about was black men and black women.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I was just going to say, like, for us, on a general basic topic of love, sex, and discussions and all that good stuff that we talk about, maybe it's time for women to abandon men that can't get their shit together. And
doesn't mean run to a girl.
No.
You start dating a girl. Once again, self-reflect.
Right.
Self-reflect. I mean, that's what it is, really. I mean, I think that's what it really comes down to. Like we said before, is levels.
Yeah.
That's what brings you to that stage 5. And now you're in stage 5. You're trying to find someone that level.
But that's also what I said the other night. That's what separates the boys from men and the girls from women. Who can have an honest conversation? Say, I get cheated on multiple times by the same person, and I keep taking them back. Then the question is, what's wrong with me?
Right.
Because clearly, I'm not getting anything out of this. Like, if I'm not getting anything out of it, what else is there to stick around for? Exactly. I don't care if your sex is good, but if you keep cheating and you keep slinging community dick, it's nothing. Like, it's nothing there. I don't give a damn how much I love you. Okay, everybody may make a mistake. So one time, if you're really trying to repent, you're really trying to work it out, I'm not going to hold it against you and I say, let's make a fresh start. You know, I'm not going to be spiteful and cheat on you because you cheated on me. I think that's one thing.
Right. And the other? What's the other? Go, what's the other?
If you keep playing with me, I'm going to bust your head in.
Oh.
You got it.
And she don't miss.
Tell them again.
You don't miss.
See, that's my life goal. Make sure that y'all get it right. I don't miss. Play with me once, this one. Shame on you. Play with me twice, that's your motherfucking face.
But that's what we don't want you to get to. And that's why we're promoting now is make sure that person, even if you're having sex with them, is on the same level as you.
Outside of sex, make sure that your morals and your values match. Yeah. They can look good and their core can be so ugly.
We went out, had a great night. We didn't go home with nobody.
Right.
We had a great night out, enjoyed people's company, support.
Enjoyed a conversation.
Yes. We thank everyone, Leon Productions, Lee Fit 77, and we thank your homegirls. We know we ain't gonna get them out there, but you know. But
thank you, honey.
But they single y'all. They single y'all, so y'all can go ahead and holler at them. You know, take them on a nice date to a museum.
Yes. On a picnic.
Don't go buy them a drink.
Exactly. No.
Come on now, take them out. They're smart women. Take them out. They like good conversation.
Engineers.
Yes.
No, seriously, they're engineers. Engineers and top managers.
I thought every woman was an engineer.
Oh.
The way y'all be working shit.
Yeah.
Phones, laptops,
well, we're
everything.
Private eye. Well, we're that too, but you know, engineers. We have beautiful managers, top managers for firms, law firms, like. Yeah, we like to have fun. We like to play. We like to joke around, but we don't play, and we want a man that's not going to play about us. So if you're a billionaire, definitely shoot your shot.
And that's someone who's definitely going to play with you, because they got enough money to.
Not really.
You sure?
Really. Not all of them.
You gonna get that Mariah Carey money?
My heart is broke. My heart is broken. You can afford it, so shut up.
300 mil for a broken heart, bro. He's like, okay, I'll get another one.
And I'll be walking out to the bank with my heart and my head and my dignity intact.
He probably went after Rihanna next.
Stop it. But before we end this conversation, we have one more topic to discuss.
Yes.
Because this is what's going to lead us to the panel.
And y'all better leave your comments down there. Go ahead, drop them questions, your opinion.
What do men want from women? Please tell us.
What do we want? Well, the question is, what does a man want? Not in general state of a male. What does a man want in a woman? Okay.
What does a man want?
A man want in a woman.
In a woman. Mm-hmm.
A single man who is doing well for himself, is comfortable with himself, maybe has his own place, has his own car, has things like anything that's a responsibility he has taken care of. Okay? They want someone who has the same thing as them. As long as you match it, you're fine. Some of them, yes, sex. It's okay, I'm at that stage in my life where I just don't want to date you, but I just want to be friends with benefits. And then you have ones that are really trying to find someone to settle down with. Mm-hmm. So they're looking for someone who matches their integrity, matches their goals, matches their achievements. No man really likes their ego to be busted, but a man would rather see his woman or future woman be on the same level as them, if not succeed as much or more than them. And that's what they're looking for, is who can they start a team with. Not a relationship, it's a team.
No, I'm a sidetrack you on this
one. Oh, okay.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife?
A girlfriend and a wife?
What's the difference?
A girlfriend is someone you try to build it on, but you might have like a certain simple connection. It might be sexual, might be kids, might be religious, might be, just whatever the interests are, or whatever the first connection was. A wife is someone who you're like, okay, yeah, like that's someone who you, like for men, we really feel it when we have that one person like, yeah, no, you're going to be my wife. So I'm going to make sure you're perfect for whatever it is I want. You know what I mean? And some men don't care. And like, I'll take you however you are. And just be like, cool, stay home and raise the kids. 100%. But, I mean, the main difference is the girlfriend is somebody you're going to argue with all day. The wife is someone you're going to build something with. You're going to have that family, but you ain't going to worry about nothing. That's the girl you feel the woman, I'm not going to say girl, the woman who's actually, you feel like, okay, you got your shit together. You do what you got to do to make sure that this family runs and we work as a team.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. And you can tell the difference between some women who are wifey material, but they're very independent. Very, very, very independent. And then you can tell the difference between some women who are just mama wives or chicken box hoes. And that's how
you say chicken box, I always bust out laughing.
It's a blunt and chicken box, like $20.
Chicken box hoes.
Yeah, you get some greasy chicken and some greasy pussy. That's what they told me. Yeah, that's some badass pussy. I feel sorry for them motherfuckers. I know some people, like some dudes, they literally just go around and get chicken box hoes like all day, every day, and go home and play video games. Go, oh, at least I ain't in a relationship. Like, bro, go to the clinic.
Jesus.
Because who knows if you wrapping your chicken up, yeah.
Or your chicken nuggets.
They gonna be looking like chicken nuggets if you ain't. But please, tell us what you think the difference is between a girlfriend and a wife, or a boyfriend and a husband. What does a woman want? What do you think the difference is? What's your opinion on it? Oh, gonna be good. I might need to spark an L on this one. But good, what do you think?
Women, we can create long list about what we want. But truth be told, we want, okay. In a man, we want a man with integrity, morals. We want the security. We want the protection. We want the great sex. And we want to be the only one.
The only one.
The only one. Not an option, but the only one. Most women are willing to compromise. But I can almost tell you for a fact, those few things are like...
far and few between.
Yes. I need
far
those.
And few between.
I need those things. And the difference what separates a boyfriend from a husband. A boyfriend, he'll make you feel all these things, but he'll leave it up in the air. It's like, we know some guys are unemotional, and then we also know there's guys out there that are emotionally unavailable. So they'll do for you, they'll do all this other stuff, make it sound real nice, but they're not ready to make you the only one.
Right.
So he's emotionally unavailable. A husband, he is going to give you the 5 things I just stated, but he's going to make his intentions very, very clear on what he wants. Like I said, a lot of things can be compromised on, but when it comes to a person's morals, their values, their goals, and what they want, you know, their women or their wives, they want us to do good. And there will not be any underlying tendencies or alternative motives. When a man wants a wife, from what I've seen, they let them know very, very clear, and it's nothing that you have to question. A boyfriend will give you certain things. He may not give you everything, but he doesn't make it clear. Right. He doesn't make his intentions clear.
Like,
and I understand
you really want the long term or no?
Right. You need time to figure out what you want and what you really don't want. But that's something that really separates the
men from the boys.
The boys from the men. For us women. Who's going to make it clear for us and who's going to play with us.
That's true.
So
it also starts at home too.
Let me know, ladies, am I right on the key factors that we want? Drop down in the comments. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let us know. Let us know what y'all think. We really want to hear from y'all. And also, too, we cannot wait to bring the panel up, because the panel, we're going to discuss everything that we just talked about and more. Deal breakers.
And we're also looking for 3 single guys and 3 single women who want to participate. Mm-hmm. And we can have a broader conversation among different minds.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to try to bring it together.
And we're going to bridge the gap. It won't just be all people our age.
Heads.
We'll have older people, younger people, and people just beginning in life that really need this kind of guidance. Because a lot of people, they have their friends, but if you're just getting the knowledge from people your age, nobody with wisdom, I mean, everybody got to make mistakes and learn, but
I think
put them up on game early.
I think Ms. Lena said it best when she was talking Tom Burr shot Charlie's buttercream. She said it best. She said her husband told her, "Hey, stay home.
Right. You
do
don't
what
have
you
to
love.
Do anything. I'm gonna bring you home.
Right. Do what you love. Do what you love." And that's what a lot of women want. And I believe that starts with that conversation piece where women always say we and have questions. He said, what you want right now is way more important than what I want. I'm going to make us work, but it's more important.
And we'll also talk about that too, self-sacrifice. How much are you willing to sacrifice for your relationship?
Yeah, we'll talk about that on Way Back Wednesday. What was the differences? What did the men back in the day used to sacrifice? What the women back in the day used to sacrifice? To what do we sacrifice now? Besides
this
likes and comments.
This conversation is really interesting. I'm just sitting here with the like Malcolm X.
Yeah, we're going to keep going. But don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe,
and share.
And follow us on IG. And don't forget to look up the live video from Friday's 10th episode. Shout out to Leon Productions. Woo! Shout out to Lee 577.
Shout out to the Living Room Lounge.
Holla, holla, holla.
And shout out to our boy Trizzle Banging. And
Charlie's Buttercream. Up in his duck. Hey, he always banging that joint, and then they kept trying to change us. And we almost fought him. We almost fought him.
Don't be trying to sleep on our homie like that. Butt you in your face. Bow.
Gang, 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 gang.